main thing is to listen and be aware of what everybody else is doing. And always think about how what you're doing is going to fit in with everything else that's going on. A lot of cats will learn a lick and they'll be like, okay, I got my gig tonight. I'm gonna play my lick. But you know, it might not be a place for your lick, you know, so it's just listen more than anything. And always keep in mind that you will never get to the point where you can't learn something new. And I've been playing 41 years and I'm still trying to learn and get better, you know. 9.5 times out of 10, when I go do a session, I've never heard the song before. You know, I grew up in the 70s and 80s, and that was pre-technology. Like, you couldn't go in the studio and push a button and sound good. Like, there was a time when everybody was good, and being good was just normal. It wasn't spectacular. It was like, what do you expect? You're here. That's your validation is that you're here. You know, it was. But you know, nowadays with all this technology, man, people can go in there and push buttons, auto-tune and all that stuff, man, and make anybody sound great. But I didn't come from that. It's funny, I work with some rappers and you know, and different like younger producers, and it's funny to me because it blows them away. They'll play the track and I'm like, okay, and they're like, you need us to play it again? I'm like, no, I got it. And then I play it down in one take and they think that's the most amazing thing ever, but that was the norm, you know? Like, I don't know if you ever saw what's the thing I just saw, the Wrecking Crew, and how they were talking about that's what they did, but that was the norm, you know? My practice, to me, is writing songs, because what I've learned a long time ago is that's how songs start. They start with just one little idea that you build on that idea. So most of the times when I practice, I'm always practicing with a drum machine because I get motivation from hearing an actual tempo. I may play something on the bass and go, okay, I like that. Then I'll program a beat that fits what I'm trying to do, and I'll just go from there. But that's the way I approach even practicing, man. And bass lines, it's just, I hear lines all the time, and I think I've never been afraid to try to do something different or new. And it doesn't work all the time, you know, but if you don't try, then you never know, you know. And I'll do it on a gig too. I'll try something, but I do have enough sense to know when something's not working. I look at my playing kind of like a batting average. I go like, okay, 80% of the time, whatever I come up with, I like. And if that was a batting average, my batting average would be 800, and that's like unheard of. Some guy hits 300 and he's like a superstar athlete. He's only hitting 30% of the time, you know. So, you know, music evolves. There's always gigs, you know. LA, New York, places like that are flooded with incredible players, you know. But there's a million gigs. You just have to be prepared and because when you get to a certain level, everybody's good, you know. You just then things come into play, like your preparation, your gear, your attitude, you know, how you get along with others and all that kind of stuff, man. All that stuff comes into play.